Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So tomorrow the 18.0 update comes out for Marvel Contest of Champions, and with it, along with a bunch of new features and the new event quest, is something called the Infinity Dungeons, which is, if you don't really count Alliance Quest, it's the first co-op piece of content that they've introduced. And what I mean by that is it's the first quest that you go in with like a friend or a random person. You can queue up with a random person, or you can go in with someone on your friends list or someone in your alliance, and you tackle a series of small quests together with one other friend. So it's something that people have been asking for a long time, like this new interesting co-op mode of gameplay, and I'm really looking forward to it. So what I want to kind of do today is I want to kind of just talk very briefly about how I'm going to be approaching the Infinity Dungeons. There's one main thing that I really want to, on how I want to run the dungeons. Since they're co-op, one of the main thing that I really want to do is I want to be able to run Infinity Dungeons on stream with you guys, my subs. Now, one thing, and I'm going to circle back to this in a little bit, I really want to emphasize running the dungeons with you guys. I'll explain a little bit more about what that means in just a moment. But just super quick here, just open up these web pages. So just a couple other things that we're going to be getting with this update. I'm not going to go into these in too much detail. I'm going to leave all of these forum links in the description below this video. So the first thing that we are getting, and sorry that the web page is just a little off-centered. I need it. I need the window this size for something else that I'm going to be showing in the video later. So you just have to bear with me here. But so one of the things that we're going to be getting is called Trials of the Mad Titan, which is basically Trials of the King again, only it's themed around Thanos. So we've got the rewards here. Let's see if that comes up somewhat nicely. It kind of does. That's a little cut off. But again, like I said, I'm going to have all the links down in the description below. Actually, let's just open this up just a little bit there. There we go. So as you can see, there are the rewards for days 1 through 6 and day 7. But again, I'm not going to be going into them in this video. If you want to read through these forum posts at your leisure, they're going to be in the description below. I just want to briefly just mention some of the things that we're getting in the update alongside the Infinity Dungeons. And then there's also a new soft temporary currency called Infinity Dust, and there's a store surrounding it. This post actually just came out maybe like 20 minutes ago from when I started to record this video. But we'll open up the rewards again here, and one of the main things that we can see is there is a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. Now it does cost 6.9 million dust, and you can only purchase one of them. And going back to the forum post here, Kabam stated that in total throughout the entire event, it is possible to collect 10 million dust, though that amount will be extremely hard to obtain. And what they mean by that is it's possible to collect 10 million if you factor in, you know, like the top milestone, the top rank rewards for the Vanquishing Blows milestones. But a good chunk of dust that you'll be able to get is from the dungeons, and from the trials, and from the Infinity Nightmare event quest. You can get 2 million alone just for 100%ing all 5 difficulties. So again, this is going to be a month where you're really going to want to 100% explore all of the difficulties, even beginner and normal, and because you're going to want to pick up this extra dust because it's just a currency that's around temporarily, and you can pick up some really good rewards. But again, these 3 forum posts are all going to be in the description below. So coming back to the Infinity Dungeons. So starting tomorrow evening, myself and one of the other MCOC streamers, MCOC Droid Does, he's also my alliance leader. What him and I are going to be doing, I'm just going to hide this for a second. What he and I are going to be doing is we are going to be running the Infinity Dungeons tomorrow evening, very shortly after they go live. We're going to be running them around 9:30 p.m. Eastern, because Droid is about 3 hours behind me. So he'll get home from work, I'll have had my dinner, and I'll be able to settle in for an evening stream, and then he's going to jump on very soon after he gets home from work and gets settled in. And so the way that things are going to work is that I'm going to be live on my channel. He is also going to be live on his channel at the exact same time, and we'll be chatting over probably Skype or something like that. So we'll be voice chatting as we're running through the dungeons together. So just as a heads up for tomorrow night's stream, it might be a tad bit complicated to be working with Droid, doing the dungeons, and also, you know, like responding to chat, because if we're doing a voice chat and he's also live on his channel, it's like I'm going to be responding to my comments in my stream, but it's also going to be outputting on his stream. So it could just be a little bit messy, but we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. And we're just going to push as high as we possibly can in these dungeons. I don't believe there is an energy cost to these dungeons. So if there is, and I missed that on the forum post, I'm very sorry. But I don't remember seeing anything on here about an energy cost. However, your champions do have some sort of a cooldown timer, and you can either wait or refresh them with units. Here it is, actually. Let me just bring up the webpage again. Here it is. So, there is no limit on which champions you can use in the dungeons. You can use champions that are currently in quests, alliance wars, or cooling down from the arena. So that's absolutely fantastic. They don't take they don't share a cooldown with anything else in the game, which is amazing. So you don't really have to like gimp your alliance war, your alliance quest team in order to be able to use your best champions to run dungeons. You can just still go ahead and use them, even if they're in other modes of gameplay. And then it shows the cooldown timers for the champions, and then 3 stars up through 6 stars you can pay units to skip the cooldown timer. I have a feeling a lot of people near the end game will potentially be pushing to try to get these dungeons clear as fast as possible, so I can see this is a potential opportunity for people to be spending lots of money on units. So that they can get their 5-star and 6-star champions in much more frequently than waiting almost 3 days before you can use a 6-star champion again. So Droid and I are going to be running these dungeons together tomorrow evening. Once they go live, we're just going to be diving headfirst into it and seeing what they're like. So if you're around and available tomorrow night, be sure to tune into either one of our streams. We're going to be linking each other's channels in the descriptions as well, so like I said, it could be a little bit messy to try to get things to work out, but we're going to do our best to try to just power through anything that might be awkward to set up. And we are going to go hard on these dungeons tomorrow evening. So now that being said, this is the other thing that I was talking about earlier. So in addition to running these dungeons with Droid, I also want to be running these dungeons with you guys, my subs. Now, the reason why I say I want to be running them with you guys, now, I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, so I'm hoping I'm not going to offend anybody here, but at least at the start of this event, when these dungeons are very, very new, I'm really going to want to be progressing through them at a really, really solid rate. So some of the rewards are dark artifacts. I'm not sure which of those 2 icons, the red one or the multicolored one, I'm not sure which one of those are the dark artifacts. But basically, it's probably the red one here at the start, the one that gives you 240. Because some of the rewards that you can get, let me see if I can just find it here. Yeah, here we go. So you can get, you can purchase champion crystals with these dark artifacts. Now, to get a 3-star crystal, it costs 3,000, and to get a 4-star, it costs 9,000. But if you want to buy a 5-star, it costs 27,000 dark artifacts. And there is one crystal, the Death Crystal here, and there is a very specific champion in this crystal that I want to pick up for my roster, and it is that Archangel right there. So I'm going to be pushing hard on these dungeons to get as many dark artifacts as I can to try to get as many shots at Archangel as possible. I don't have the link with me, but I think it was in a comment that you will, maybe it's in this one here, but you will, it doesn't look like it, but anyway, one of the Kabam moderators said that basically you'll be able to get probably between 2 to 3 of the 5-star crystals if you only use your dark artifacts to buy 5-star crystals. So I'm hoping to get at least 2 shots at Archangel. And then if it's looking like, I'm not going to be able to grind out as many artifacts to pick up a 3rd one, then I'll probably just purchase 4-star crystals. Still going for an Archangel, though. So again, that being said, I want to be running dungeons right near the start of the event with people that have pretty developed rosters, because I want to be pushing as far as I can on the milestone rewards for the dungeons, because the more milestones you hit, the more dark artifacts you are going to get. And actually, you know what, now that I think about it, the first icon there is going to be the dark artifacts, and that second one is going to be the infinity dust. I'm almost certain that that's exactly what those 2 icons mean. So I'm going to want to be pushing as hard as I can to get as far in these dungeons as possible to get as many dark artifacts. So I don't want to necessarily be carrying people that might not have the most developed roster. I'm sorry if that comes across as mean, but with this being a brand new feature, and we have so many chances at we're able to push to try to get a couple of chances at some really good 5-star champions. I want to be taking advantage of that as much as possible early on. And I know, I don't want to speak for Droid, but we were talking about this earlier, and Droid feels the same way. So we want to be running dungeons alongside of other people that can basically, that we can kind of go at the same pace. We have very similar rosters. We can go in with really good 5-star champions and just be able to plow through these dungeons and go as far as possible. Now, that being said, because 5-star champions have a 40-hour cooldown and 4-star champions have a 20-hour cooldown, that means, there are going to be times where you're going to be running through with 3 and 2, with maybe even 2 or 3-star champions. So during those times, I don't mind running with people that might have a roster that's not as developed. Again, I'm really not trying to sound mean here, guys. I'm really sorry if it comes across that way. But when the event is coming to a close and we're getting to the end of when these dungeons, there's maybe like a couple of days or so, and then the dungeons are going to be closed, I definitely don't mind going in with some people and, using some of my 5-star champions and trying to help carry people through and try to pick up some extra dark artifacts for them. But again, that's going to be something that, we can kind of look at near the end of the event. The only exception to that is going to be me running dungeons alongside of my fiance. She's downloaded the game. She hasn't played too much of it, but I want to be able to run dungeons with her, and hopefully we can stream them together. So you guys will get a fiance/wife reveal, depending on when, we decide to run the dungeons together. So that would kind of be the only exception of running dungeons, before the event is kind of coming to a close. So I just kind of want to put that forward first, so that, if someone pops into a stream and, I'm running a dungeon with the wife, and, they see that it kind of looks like I'm carrying somebody, it's not like, well, hey, I thought you said you weren't going to be carrying people. So that's kind of the only, asterisk I'm putting on that during the start of the event. And, when the event is coming to a close, then, I don't mind taking some people through and carrying some people. But again, right near the start of the event, I want to be able to push as hard as I can to get at least 2 shots at this 5-star Archangel down here from this Death Crystal. So I think that is going to wrap it up. I am super looking forward to these dungeons. Oh, no, that's not it. There's one other thing. I need to bring the webpage back up. Okay, so this is the last thing that I'm gonna just quickly mention. So in my Discord channel, again, I'm gonna have a link to this in the description below. Any webpage that I pulled up in this video, guys, the link is going to be in the description below, just so that you guys have the links to everything that I'm talking about here. So I'm gonna have an invite link in the description below to my Discord channel if you are not already part of it. And I put this channel together last night when I was recording this video. And so what it is it's a channel or it's like a separate text channel for anybody in the whole Discord server. And you can post in here if you are looking for a partner to run Infinity Dungeons with. So I've kept it separate from the general chat and from the announcements and things like that. the spicy champion pulls and things like that. I've kept it completely separate, so I've made a brand new channel. So if you're in my Discord channel and you want to run some dungeons, just feel free to throw a message in this channel here and see if anybody's available. So again, I'm going to have an invite link to my Discord server in the description below if you are not already part of the, a part of the server. So now I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really, really looking forward to running these dungeons. I hope you guys are too. I want to be able to run these with as many of you as possible. So we'll just see. Maybe we can get, some of you guys to jump on Skype with me, or we can fire up a voice chat in the Discord server. And I definitely want to be streaming dungeons with you guys. You guys are the main reason why I do this. I have a blast making videos for you guys, streaming with you guys, so I want to be able to kind of, return the favor in a way and offer you guys, a chance to kind of run some content, with you guys. I would love to do that. There's a lot of really awesome people that, have subscribed to my channel that come and hang out in all the live streams. So there's a bunch of you guys that are really, really supportive of the channel, and I kind of want to give back in a sense and give you guys an opportunity to kind of, in a sense, like, be on stream with me. So I think that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This video was a little bit longer than I was hoping it would be, but ended up being a lot of stuff to cover. So these dungeons drop tomorrow with the 18.0 update, so I am super, super excited for them. And again, Droid and I are going to be streaming them together tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, excuse me. I'm going to have a link to his channel in the description down below in this video. So if you guys are not already subbed to him, go drop him a sub. He's a really awesome guy. He puts out really, really good content. He just passed the 300 sub milestone and 600k rating in game. So yeah, definitely go check out his channel, guys, and drop him a sub if you haven't already. And I think that's going to do it. So I will catch you guys all in the next video.